Ten Network.
The Big Ten Women's Tennis Championship is on the line, and number 1 ranked Northwestern is trying to make history by winning a 10th straight conference crown. Standing in the way are the 21st ranked Michigan Wolverines, who are in the title match for the 4th time in a row. Is this the year the maize and blue break through, or will the Wildcats add yet another trophy to their collection? Both teams are fired up as they've got a title on the line in the Big Ten as we come to you from Purdue University here at the Schwartz Tennis Center in West Lafayette, Indiana. It's the top seed Northwestern Wildcats against number 2 seed Michigan Wolverines. The Big Ten Women's Tennis Championship at stake. And let's take a look at how they got here. Northwestern and Michigan both had first-round byes. Then Northwestern took out Minnesota and Illinois. Meanwhile, Michigan took out the Hawkeyes and the Hoosiers. And welcome, I'm Nara Weng, pleased to be joined by Ann Grossman Wunderlich. And Ann, we should have a treat today. The 2 top seeds in the conference playing for the Big Ten Championship. And we got first to talk about the number 1 team in the country, Northwestern. Head coach Claire Pollard has built a dynasty in her 10 years with the program.
Yeah, Coach Claire Pollard has done an unbelievable job recruiting for this team. Not only has she recruited well, but she instills a hard work ethic, and that's why the girls are the number 1 team in the nation.
And her number 1 player is a freshman, Maria Mosalova, ranked 4th in the country, and she's come over and taken the college tennis world by storm.
Yeah, Maria's done an unbelievable job this year. She's a very steady baseliner, doesn't make many unforced errors, and she's a real threat.
On the other side of things, head coach Ronnie Bernstein, in her first year with the Michigan program after building a successful one at Florida International, she's got a tough match here, but she really thinks that they can win.
Yeah, when I spoke with Ronnie, she's really tried to make the girls really believe that they can be out here and beat Northwestern today.
And for them to do that, they're going to need a big match out of number 1 player, Chisako Sugiyama. She's ranked 49th in the country, and she's got a 17-match winning streak on the line.
Yeah, Sugiyama is a great athlete, very talented, but she's going to have to put every shot together and be very steady against Maria Mosalova.
So let's tell you how they get to play and score this finals format. It's 3 doubles matches first, and you get 1 point for winning 2 of the 3. Then the 6 singles matches will play out, and you get 1 point for each victory. First team to 4 wins, and that's it. Unlike the regular season, they don't keep playing out the matches. Once a team gets to 4, that's it. Game over. And we asked the players to give us 1 word to describe their focus coming into this championship. Here's what they told us.
Aggressive, determined, steady, power, consistency, crafty, passion.
When we come back, we'll have that number 1 singles matchup for you. It's Mosalova and Sugiyama here on the Big Ten Network.
Everybody knows it's important to diversify your retirement investments, but where do you start?
I know, I should diversify. Just not sure how.
Look, I've got 20 years to retirement. How do I stay diversified?
Independence ETFs available through TD Ameritrade do the work for you. They're professionally allocated and regularly adjust to fit your retirement date, whether it's 10, 20, or 30 years away.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but they sound kind of complicated.
Not at all. They're easy to buy, and you can add to your investment over time.
Flexible.
Diversified.
Long term.
And easy. Independence ETFs available through TD Ameritrade.
Open an easy IRA and get a free copy of the Wall Street Journal Complete Retirement Guidebook. Call 877-TD Ameritrade or go to tdameritrade.com/IRA.
Independence is the spirit that drives America's most successful investors.
Carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A prospectus containing this and other important information is available from TD Ameritrade. Read carefully before investing.
Stay connected all the time with Big Ten Network podcasts. Get exclusive access to the entire conference with a unique podcast devoted to all 11 universities. And with fresh daily and weekly updates, there's always something new. Download today at BigTenNetwork.com or through iTunes. Ah, the sounds of spring. baseball on the Big Ten Network. Catch the conference's top matchups as your school swings for a championship all season long. Saturday in high def, only on the Big Ten Network. Log on to BigTenNetwork.com and register for the Big Ten Superfans program. Sign up and you can win tons of great prizes by watching the Big Ten Network. Show your passion. Become a Big Ten Superfan today. All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight, Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network.
The Big Ten Women's Tennis Championship is brought to you by True Value, with the tools, products, and advice to start your projects right. True Value. Start right. Start here.
It's the show for all Big Ten fans, featuring highlights, analysis, interviews, and much more. Big Ten Tonight. Check your local listings only on the Big Ten Network. Earlier today in doubles action in the near court, Chisako Sugiyama and Tanya Matani of the Wolverines against Lauren Liu and Georgia Rose of Northwestern in the far court. Rose with the put away there to take the first set for Northwestern. And here Matani serving, match point for Northwestern, and Lauren Liu approaching, gets it away, and Northwestern jumps ahead in the doubles matchup with the first match at #1 doubles being taken by the 18th ranked team in the country of Liu and Rose over Sugiyama and Matani. And then over at the #2 doubles, Whitney Tani and Rika Tatsuno in the near court, Samantha Murray, Susie Matzenauer in the far court. Set point here for Northwestern again. And Matzenauer trading ground strokes, and finally Tatsuno in the net. First set to Northwestern. And now here, match point for Northwestern to take the early advantage in the team matchup. And the big smash by Samantha Murray ends it and gives Northwestern a 1-0 lead in the team score going into singles. So an advantage to Northwestern. And we are here at the Schwartz Tennis Center at Purdue University, where it's a nice day for tennis, 58 degrees, partly sunny, and you know, it's going to be a tremendous day to watch Big Ten Women's Tennis Championship here. And we'll take a look right now at the freshman phenom, the #4 ranked player in the country, Maria Mosolova, the freshman from Moscow, Russia, who plays #1 singles.
As you see here, she has a great, she's a great mover on the court. Her movement is her strength, aggressive forehand, and one of her weaknesses is her serve. You'll see that she has a pretty weak second serve.
On the other side, it's the junior Chisako Sugiyama from New Jersey. She is a very strong player, ranked 49th in the country.
She's got a strong all-around game, and again, she too has a little bit of a weak second serve that I've seen out here when I've seen her playing some matches, and sometimes her coaches say she's a little too calm.
And
that's part of her weakness.
Sorry about that. Chair for today's match there, #1 is Joy Doer. And we begin with Mosolova serving in the near court to begin the match here. Northwestern already leading 1-0 in the duel because of their doubles victory, taking 2 doubles matches earlier.
I really felt Michigan let those doubles matches slip away. They got on them early and then they let up. It's a great first point for Mosolova to start the first game.
Mosolova going up 15-love with the lob over Chisako Sugiyama.
Maria Mosolova, her strength is she does not miss. She gets very upset with herself if she gives an unforced error. She anticipates very well. She's like a cat out there. She always knows where the ball is going to be hit back to her. Her backhand is a little bit better than her forehand. Her forehand can tend to make a little too many unforced errors. Sugiyama coming up with an unforced error there off of her forehand. She mixes it up very well. She's a tough player. Coach said she's a workhorse. She loves to work hard. She's very competitive, stays calm, and doesn't get rattled. Sometimes it can be her weakness, though, when she's a little too nonchalant.
And Mosolova takes the first game at Love to make it 1-love here in the first set. Just getting underway here. The Big Ten Women's Tennis Championship from Purdue University. Maria Mosolova, again, a freshman, just 18 years old from Moscow, majoring in economics. She's the 4th-ranked player in the country and 12-0 in Big Ten play this year, including the postseason matches here at the Schwartz Tennis Center. She was named the 2008 Big Ten Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year.
She's enjoying her time at Northwestern. She says she loves the atmosphere. And the academics is exceptional.
One of the big reasons she chose Northwestern over some of the other schools, she was definitely looking for a good academic environment. And now Sugiyama serving in the near court, ranked 49 in the country, and will go up 15-love when the lob goes long by Mosolova.
As you can see there, Sugiyama did a nice job of putting pressure on Mosolova's forehand. That's going to be the key today. She's really going to have to use all parts of the court to stay aggressive and attack when she's got the appropriate shot. Her coach says that she's a very talented athlete. She's got it all. She just has to put it together.
Sugiyama also 12-0 in Big Ten play, counting this postseason, and currently on a 17-match winning streak that she started when these two teams faced each other back in February. At that time, though, Georgia Rose was playing number 1, so that's who Sugiyama defeated at Northwestern.
She's got a nice smooth motion, really goes up to the ball pretty nicely there. She's made a few unforced errors off of her backhand. She's just not getting under the ball and driving up through it. The wind is at her face, so she's got to really use her legs, get underneath that ball and drive that deep to the corners. She's got to get in the match here. She's down 1-0, 40-15. I'm sure she's a bit nervous.
So a couple break opportunities here for Mosolova. And they call a let there as a ball from another court comes into the area, and that's part of what you deal with this structure when you have courts all next to each other, no fences between. So they'll just replay the point.
Yeah, they have no bulkheads. They have to call their own shots.
No line judges to make those calls. And the chair ump really stays out of the way as much as possible.
Yeah, they're just there pretty much to keep track of the score. Make sure everybody behaves.
Exactly.
As we saw yesterday, a few players got a few code violations, point penalties.
And there's no warnings.
There's no warnings in college tennis. They go straight to the automatic point. It's a great deep forehand off of Mosolova's side.
And that took the game.
Really stays down low. Drives it deep down to the backhand.
Samosolova breaks Sugiyama right away to take a 2-love lead here in set number 1.
It's a great setup. You know, she had a great deep first serve to her forehand. A little drop here. She moves up nicely. Really soft hands. Gets under that ball and doesn't try to make it too good. She just makes the shots. Sometimes people, they think they have to make too good of a shot. She stays very calm out there. I really love the way she plays. She's been trained very well.
Coming over from the junior system in Russia, where she was the under 16 and under 18 titleists back in her native land.
Yeah, she says now it's a little different. She's on a team, and it's not always about her. So she likes that part, but it's very different.
And that can be an adjustment. After all, tennis is very much an individual sport in most of the ways, but when you play in a college team environment, it's a little bit different, takes a little getting used to, especially for an international player. But she seems to be doing just fine, ranked 4th in the country.
Yes, she's adjusting very well. She's a bright girl.
Speaks very good English, too, for someone that young and just coming over for the first time.
Ooh, just misses it wide on the run backhand there. Again, she just tried to make it a little too good. She's questioning the call, though.
That did look, it was wide. So good call made. And now 40-15 for Mosolova to try and go up 3-love.
Great point by Sugiyama.
Thanks.
Deep shot into Mozolova's backhand really set up that point for her. Here she is, staying really aggressive here into the court, right on the baseline, taking the balls early.
That should be a key for her today in terms of trying to win this match against Mosolova.
Absolutely, she needs to really stay on top of that baseline and keep putting the pressure on her, make her come up with a shot that she's uncomfortable with.
Sugiyama approaching the net and puts it away.
Exactly, that's what she needs to do right there. She will have great success if she continues it.
So the first deuce.
Up to that backhand. Easy put away with that overhead.
First deuce of the match here.
This is her opportunity. She really needs to get in the match right here. She needs to be pumping herself up and really focusing, saying, get this point, let's go.
Trying to earn back the break. Mosolova hits that backhand into the net.
Mosolova, nice, smooth, stays up on the ball very nicely. She needs to use a little bit more leg into that serve, though, and get more into the court.
And long on that forehand by Sugiyama, puts it back to deuce. Take a look at some of the artwork that are on the legs of some of the various Wildcats players today. team spirit. The artist, we're told, is senior Alexis Keneal, who's injured, has a broken foot, and is out. So she's trying to contribute in other ways.
I love the team spirit out here. Michigan's got the warrior paint on their eyes.
Their version of the eye black. Now advantage Mosolova.
Hit a great mid-court, high swinging backhand volley, Mosolova. Very good hustle. Here she goes. Here's just barely gets to that. She's hustling. Very scrappy. Got to stay nice and smooth out there. That's an opportunity right there. Sugiyama's bumming on that one. She should be up on that service line, tagging that second serve.
There you see a couple of the Northwestern players. Carrie Robeson on the left, Alexis Keneal, the senior we just mentioned, on the right there, supporting their teammates. And you'll see as the matches go on, as matches end, they'll gather around some of the other action and cheer on their teammates. Sugiyama, error with the forehand into the net. Now let's hear from Chisako Sugiyama as she describes life as a Big Ten student athlete.
Playing in the Big Ten has been really nice. It's been really awesome. We've been playing, it's my third year, and every year it's a different experience, and it's just a different experience every year, and it's definitely been memorable, and I'm definitely going to miss it after I graduate in a year. And being a student athlete, it's just an amazing being able to play in the Big Ten for tennis and being able to be a student at the same time.
We'll come back with more singles right after this.
We got just what you need to keep your yard beautiful and weed-free. Let's start with fertilizer.
We're here because we've been there with the tools, products, and advice to get it done right. True Value. Start right. Start here. Visit TrueValue.com/TV for a free $5 coupon. Print your $5 coupon at TrueValue.com/TV.
All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight, Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network. Softball on the Big Ten Network. Be a part of the excitement every time they wind and fire. The lively fastballs, the powerful swings, and the great defensive stops. All season long in high def, only on the Big Ten Network. BigTenNetwork.com. News, videos, highlights, and so much more. It's Big Ten Country online. This is the Big Ten Network. It's all been leading to this. The hard work, the dedication, all for the right to be called the best. Championship season on the Big Ten Network. Will you be ready?
So early on, Mosolova leading 3-love, and unforced errors right now may be telling a little bit of the story. 5 committed by Mosolova to 8 for Sugiyama.
Way too many unforced errors for 3 games into the match. Sugiyama's got to really pump herself up here and start being a little bit more consistent and waiting for that right opportunity, because Maria's not going to give her anything out there. She had her opportunity that last game, didn't capitalize on it.
Sugiyama serving, trailing 3-love here in set number 1 of the number 1 singles match between Northwestern and Michigan. Sugiyama not used to struggling this much. She's on a great winning streak, 17 straight matches, named all Big Ten again this year for the 2nd straight year. She's got a battle here. Coach Ronnie Bernstein did mention to us, though, that she thought that at times Sugiyama can, be a little too calm, but that the level of competition makes her step up. And looks like we're gonna have to see that now if she wants to get back into this set.
Yeah, I see her too relaxed out there. She needs to start, slapping that leg and getting herself going here. I mean, it might not be her style, but got to do something different again. A mishit on that forehand. She's just popping out of that forehand way too soon. She needs to stay down. She's coming up a little too early. I think she's taking her eye off the ball. She's looking at where she wants to hit it instead of hitting the ball. Maria Mazalova is a very graceful player. I really enjoy watching her move on the court. Coach Pollard it's been a joy for her to have her on the team.
Mazalova does say that if she could play another sport besides tennis, it'd be figure skating, so you need grace in that sport as well.
Here we go.
Sugiyama serving 15-30. And that was a good setup right there by Sugiyama, and there she is trying to pump herself up.
As you can see, that backhand, she's got a smooth backhand, uses this backhand inside out down the line, looks for her opportunity, short ball, comes up, and rips it cross court. Very nice.
Evens the score in the game at 30 apiece. And one of the different things you'll see is sometimes before players even start to play, they'll yell encouragement to one of their teammates on another court. Oh, and a nice shot down the line there. Sugiyama not happy with herself.
Yeah, she didn't do too much with that drop shot. Mazalova barely getting to that. Sugiyama tries to drop shot it and just hits it right back to her forehand right there. Not a good play. She's probably feeling a little bit rushed, a little bit rattled right now. She needs to settle in. Think about her strategy in between points right now when they're picking up the balls. So you don't feel as rushed. Normally when you have ball kids, you feel a little bit more rushed. You're on the clock, you've got 20 seconds. Here, they have a little bit more time to really think through.
So the ace makes it 40 all, deuce here. And Sugiyama again talking to herself after another unforced error.
She's off balance on that forehand. When you're off balance, you really need to just drive that leg, hit that ball up in the air, hit it heavy, deep, get yourself back in position. She's falling backwards. Yeah, she just needs to, she's going for too low percentage there. She needs to hit that ball up high.
And another break point chance for Maria Mazalova. Freshman looking very impressive here in her first Big Ten Women's Tennis Championship. There, a backhand error will end the game and make it 4-love for Mazalova.
Mazalova's rock solid today. She's not making many unforced errors.
And sometimes it's hard to tell with her because she's got such an even keel, and sometimes when she's doing great, she'll shrug her shoulders and look like she's down. You know, that's what coach says that the team finds endearing about her. She seems to be the most negative person in the world, and they just find it hilarious.
Yeah, they say that she's a funny girl. She'll hit this unbelievable shot and then just shrugs her shoulders like, wasn't good enough.
Perfectionist.
Sugiyama had her opportunity there. She had Muzzalova on the road. So always falling back here instead of stepping in, taking that ball early. She's got to cut the angle off from the ball.
And how much of that is the placement of Mosalova's strokes?
Yeah, I mean, she's driving her deep, but, you know, she had her on the rope. She should have come up and hit a swinging volley out of the air. She's just not taking her chances. She has to see her opportunity. She's creating it, but she's not capitalizing on it. And that's the difference between the really great players, is they're able to take that chance and believe that they can do it. I don't see her belief out there. That's one of the things that Coach Ronnie Bernstein talked about, is that, you know, she really is trying to instill in the players to believe in themselves. Because really it's mental out there. I mean, both these girls have beautiful strokes. They move well.
Another drop shot. Sugiyama gets it, but right there, backhand down the line. Sugiyama, no chance.
Nice little drop shot. That's an easy put away.
Mosalova looking very smooth, up 4 games to love and 40 love in this.
She makes it look easy out there, doesn't she?
Especially right now.
Effortless. There you go, Sugiyama.
Finally, Sugiyama putting some pressure on Mosalova.
Shoots that ball nice and deep. Muzzalova barely gets to it in a little angle.
Take a look there at Coach Ronnie Bernstein, her first season at the University of Michigan, moving from Florida International as the team ranked 21 in the country. And she said the transition this year has been good, coming to the Big Ten. Great facilities up in Ann Arbor. She did have one slight complaint, though, the weather.
The weather.
I mean, it's a warm day, and she's got the hoodie on, you know. I mean, she's a Florida girl.
Yeah, she's a Florida girl. I've known her for 20 years. We used to play professionally together, and she's always lived in Miami. She's never lived any other place. So this was a huge transition for her.
Great player at the University of Miami in Florida before playing some pro tennis and then moving into coaching.
She loves the coaching.
So Sugiyama has fought back to make it deuce after trailing 40 love. And you'll see this sometimes with Mosalova in both ways. Sometimes she'll be up big and let the other girl get back in it, and sometimes she'll be down big and come back. You just never know.
She'll pull off like 3 points in a row without you even realizing it. She's deceiving that way, isn't she?
Exactly. And that shot there seemed to deceive Sugiyama. Short hopped her a bit and gives advantage Mosalova.
She just didn't get up to that ball. She just stopped her feet. And the ball just dropped right on her foot. I don't know what happened there.
Are there dead spots on these courts?
I don't think so. Sure hope not. It's a beautiful facility here.
Only a couple years old. The Schwartz Tennis Center
I've been retired from playing for about 10 years, and I do a lot of teaching, so very rarely do I ever feel like going out and hitting some balls. But when I walked into the indoor facility, it was just really breathtaking. I actually felt like I wanted to hit some.
And the game to Mosolova. She takes a 5-love lead in the first set. Let's hear from the freshman phenom, Maria Mosolova, on how they've been working out as a team.
We've been working really hard over the fall, and we've been practicing a lot, spent a lot of hours on the court, and I think it's just a great teamwork. That's what it's all about.
When we come back, we'll see more singles.
Why are energy drinks bad? 12 spoons of sugar? That's bad. 200 calories? Bad. Guarana? Tisk, tisk. Good for a short jittery burst, then a debilitating crash. So don't drink energy drinks. Drink 5-Hour Energy. It's not a drink, more like a sip. But with that sip, you'll feel alert and focused for hours, without the crash or jitters. It has 0 sugar, only 4 calories, and no guarana. 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later.
Their greatest desire is to be the best. Millions of fans have watched them compete. Displaying unshakable drive and unmistakable talent, they've inspired future generations to dream big. And above all, they've made us proud, on and off the field. I'm Commissioner Jim Delaney, and that's our Big Ten story.
Celebrating Big Ten women's athletics. Stories of tradition and excellence.
Log on to BigTenNetwork.com and register for the Big Ten Superfans program. Sign up and you can win tons of great prizes by watching the Big Ten Network. Show your passion. Become a Big Ten Superfan today. It's all been leading to this. The hard work, the dedication, all for the right to be called the best. Championship season on the Big Ten Network. Will you be ready? All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight, Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network. It's all been leading to this. The hard work, the dedication, all for the right to be called the best. Championship season on the Big Ten Network. Will you be ready?
Behind every Big Ten moment lives a story about the athletes and coaches who create them. Go beyond the field with Big Ten short stories only on the Big Ten Network. Story of the match so far, you take a look at the unforced errors. Mosolova, basically half of what Sugiyama's made.
I actually would have thought that Sugiyama would even had more.
Sugiyama now will serve to try and keep the first set going. Down 5-love to Mosolova. And the put away cross court backhand, Mosolova.
As you can see, Mosolova, she's just moving her around, you know, waiting for her right opportunity. Here's this backhand deep, moves into the court, gets in position for a nice put away there. She keeps it very simple out there. Nothing's flashy, is she?
Just trying to get the job done, which sometimes that's all you need to do, really, to win points and win games here at the college level.
Yeah, I see so many of these girls just trying to hit the ball way too big. And they're not capable of it. That's a great play by Sugiyama. She really needs to start taking advantage of that and doing that more often. She'd be right in this match if she took a few more chances. Here she goes. Big forehand, moving in. Takes that ball nice and easy out of the air. Made it look easy there. She needs to believe in herself.
She's got the great all-around game, can come to the net.
She does. She's got great volleys. Very solid. Everything is very solid.
She might have to step up that pressure, do a little more serve and volleying now, trailing like this in the first set.
I don't know if she'd be serving and volleying, but I think, you're down 5-0. It's not working what you're doing. You need to mix it up, change it up. She needs to use that backhand down the line. Come in.
Another drop shot by Mosolova. Sugiyama tracks it down, but out. To make it 15-30.
I think Sugiyama just doesn't anticipate as well. You gotta really watch your opponent and their racket facing, what they're doing, what they're creating on the other side. And anticipate quickly. I mean, she's a quick mover. She's gotta use that to advantage.
Sugiyama was a Big Ten Player of the Week for women's tennis 3 times this season. 5 times in her 3-year career at the University of Michigan. Now serving in the near court. Down 15-30. And another shot into the net by Sugiyama.
She's standing up on her backhand. She's not down. If you look at Maria Mosolova, when she hits her backhand, she is down, her legs. It's almost like she's sitting in a chair. And Sugiyama, she's standing up too much. And see how she's standing up? She's frustrated there, she knows. She's missed a lot of backhands into the net.
She's had a nice run lately, but right now running into the freight train that is Maria Mosolova. .30-40 now. Sugiyama saves 1 break point, but another one here for the first set.
I just think Maria Mosolova is just a lot more mentally tough right now than Sugiyama. I mean, they both have great ground strokes. Both sides are great. It's just the mental toughness.
And a forehand into the net ends set number 1. It goes 6-love to Maria Mosolova, the number 4 ranked player in the country, the number 1 player for Northwestern. Now here's head coach Claire Pollard on the success of her program.
I mean, it's a lot of things. It's getting great kids in who buy into the philosophy of hard work and buying into the philosophy that their careers there's something beyond junior tennis, even though they might not go on to professional tennis. I think a lot of players, when they reach the destination of college, that's where they feel like they've stopped. That's their achievement, that's their goal, a scholarship. And for us, we want them to see that there's so much more, and for them to buy into being the best that they can be. If that means they're the greatest 6 in the country, or if they're just a role player, or if they're number 1, whatever their role needs to be, for them to have known that they've put themselves out there to be the best that they can be.
We've got more championship tennis coming up.
Introducing Wealth Ruler from TD Ameritrade. It's a realistic planner that can give you insight on the most important question of all about retirement. What if?
What if I retire earlier?
What if you retire later?
What if we live to be 100?
What if our kids get into a good school?
What if we inherit some money?
Wealth Ruler helps you plan for just about any scenario that you can imagine, then gives you straightforward answers you can actually apply to your retirement strategy.
I use Wealth Ruler to figure out what might happen if I move to a lower tax state, like Florida.
I use Wealth Ruler to run the scenario where I work part-time.
Wealth Ruler, insight you can use to help plan the kind of retirement you deserve. And it's free at tdameritrade.com.
Open an easy IRA and get a free copy of the Wall Street Journal Complete Retirement Guidebook. Call 877-TD-Ameritrade or go to tdameritrade.com/IRA.
Independence is the spirit that drives America's most successful investors.
Stay connected all the time with Big Ten Network podcasts. Get exclusive access to the entire conference with a unique podcast devoted to all 11 universities. And with fresh daily and weekly updates, there's always something new. Download today at BigTenNetwork.com or through iTunes. Ah, the sounds of spring. Baseball on the Big Ten Network. Catch the conference's top matchups as your school swings for a championship all season long. Saturday in high def, only on the Big Ten Network.
A 21-point Minnesota lead. And there's a touchdown toss to Ross Lane. Touchdown Wildcats. This is it. Touchdown Wildcats. Peterman again. One play. Win it or lose it. Fires incomplete, and the Wildcats win at home in double overtime. Unbelievable football game.
It's all been leading to this. The hard work, the dedication, all for the right to be called the best. Championship season on the Big Ten Network. Will you be ready?
Pollard in her 10th season at Northwestern. She's built a dynasty here, named the Big Ten Coach of the Year for this year, and going for an unprecedented 10th straight Big Ten title. Right now, they currently are tied with Indiana with the most in a row with 9.
Michigan leads 2-love.
Sugiyama with
19 unforced errors to just 9 for Mosolova, and then 5 winners for Mosolova, 2 for Sugiyama in the first set.
So, I mean, Mosolova, she's not blowing her off the court.
She's just been much steadier and not committing the mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a case of nerves where, this is her first time playing on TV. A lot goes into it, more than what people realize. It's very nerve-wracking playing out there. You're by yourself, although they do have a coach that they could talk to.
Ball comes into play there, so they'll have to let and replay the point. Claire Pollard has not lost a match in the Big Ten against a Big Ten opponent since 2004. In fact, they are 62 straight wins against fellow conference opponents. And that includes regular season, postseason, NCAAs. She just basically has built an incredible program in Evanston.
She does a great job with the girls. She recruits really well. They love playing for her. They're really excited to get their 10th win here.
Completed an undefeated season in the regular season for Big Ten play for the 4th straight year in a match we saw against Michigan State. Mosolova calls that one out, so she leads 30-15 in the first game of set number 2, having taken the first set at Love in a dominating performance to begin the day here.
Sugiyama's just got to be willing to stay out there and hit one more ball back. That was Maria Mosolova's goal today. She said, I just want to hit one more ball back than what she does. Nothing flashy, solid tennis. Sugiyama's going to have a combination of that, being solid and then willing to take that chance. Come in.
And then another unforced error on the forehand. And so the first game of set number 2 goes to Maria Mosolova. Still updating the unforced errors for you. It's now 23 for Sugiyama to 10 for Mosolova, and that explains the score you see right there.
Sugiyama took a little bit of a bathroom break. I think she was probably in there trying to get herself together. It's on the women's tour, WTA tour, they're notorious for doing that. When things aren't going their way, they'll take a little break.
A little me time, a little personal time.
Yeah, so maybe it's not looking like it worked, though.
You think something like that would affect Maria Mosolova, having to wait?
Not at this point right now, but maybe, you know, for her to get herself together a little bit more and take some time and figure things out what she's doing wrong. Slow it down, think about her strategy, what she needs to...
Like slow playing a hand in poker.
That's right.
But right now, Mosolova has aces. And another stoppage with the ball coming in behind Mosolova. So replay the point once again with Mosolova up 15-love here.
And it's got to be frustrating sometimes to always be stopping these in the middle of the point. I guess they get used to it.
Obviously, it's a little bit different on the Pro Tour with ball boys, ball girls, but, you know, how would you have dealt with having to stop play in the middle of a point?
You know, you just got to do what you have to do and just, you know, move on and deal with it. That's the consequences, you know, of a ball rolling onto the court. Sometimes it can get you down, but you know if you have a winning shot and you're setting the point up, you know, nicely, and then all of a sudden, you know, something rolls onto the court. Number one, it's dangerous, so no, you don't want anybody to get hurt.
That's the biggest reason
Yeah,
why
it's the biggest
they always
reason.
stop.
Yeah, because you don't want somebody spraining their ankle out there because you can't see the ball.
Off the red cord there, and put it into the net, did Mosolova.
Sugiyama's got to put some pressure on her. She should just, I would just be like, I'm coming to the net every point, you know, let's see what happens here. I don't see, you know, any of the coaches talking to her.
A lot of times you think the number ones kind of get to be a little more autonomous. Is that something they've earned by being the number one player?
Absolutely.
Another net cord there, Sugiyama. Extends the rally. And
Beautiful point. There she goes. She screamed at herself there after she won that point.
Big backhand and a big yell from Chisako Sugiyama, who now has game point 40-15. And you can hear the teammates trying to spur her on as well.
She needs to get fired up. Got a little spark going out there. I mean, it's great to be calm, but you gotta, this is a battle out here.
Finally, Sugiyama takes a game, evening things at 1 apiece here in set number 2.
Maybe the bathroom break worked.
Maybe it did, at least on her serve. I see a couple of the Michigan teammates who are not playing in this dual match, cheering on their teammates. Tanvi Dudella and Carrie Wig look like they're trying to cheer on the Michigan team, which is an underdog. I mean, they're playing the #1 team in the country, Northwestern, and at #1 singles right now, Maria Mosolova up a set, serving tied at 1 in the second. Out by Mosolova on the backhand.
It's interesting, Mosolova, she'll be on the forehand side, hitting an inside-out backhand down the line. You don't see that happen too often. Most people love their forehand. They love to be aggressive and take inside-out forehands. She's the opposite out here. She likes her backhand.
It's been working for her today.
It's more like she just neutralizes her forehand, keeps it neutral, and waits for that opportunity on the backhand to put the pressure on her. I mean, she can step up into the court and rip the forehand, don't get me wrong.
There, a rare error on this match from Mosolova makes it 15-30.
Looks like she was just a little off balance there on that forehand. She didn't get her right leg out behind the ball.
Sugiyama wide on that one.
The wind is blowing in Mosolova's face. So I really think Sugiyama, she needs to hit that ball heavy, high, deep. Push Mosolova back, get her out of her comfort zone. She likes that ball right in her strike zone. You know, she's got to be a little bit more creative. I spoke with Claire Pollard in the before the match, or in between the break actually, between the doubles and singles, and she said the girls were getting killed on the backhand corner because the wind. So, you know, that should be one of your strategies out there. You got to play the wind to your advantage. You know, always think about all the elements out there, how you can create the point, how your strategy to get the shot that you like. That's what Maria Mosolova does so well. She likes that inside-out backhand, so she'll create the point to get that inside-out backhand. That was a big rip forehand from Sugiyama.
Sugiyama makes a deuce, the cross-court forehand. And at the net, bad error there by Sugiyama gives advantage Mosolova.
Again, I think she just takes her eye off the ball. I mean, she had that. If you have the ball sitting on your racket and it's right there, she just takes the eye off the ball. She rips that forehand, comes in nicely, has the ball right on her strings, just didn't use her legs to stay right with that volley.
Mosolova to the net. And into the net with the volley attempt.
As you can see, Mosolova's shots are landing very, very short. They're landing inside the service line. So Sugiyama really needs to, you know, see that and realize, hey, her balls are landing really short. I can stay inside the baseline and push her back.
Again, unforced errors has been the story of this match thus far. Sugiyama, way too many. And that explains why she's down a set.
She's starting to battle back, though. I feel it. I feel it. Little lackadaisical slice there.
Gives advantage Mosolova. This would be critical for Chisako Sugiyama if she can just get a break here. Try and turn this match around here in the second set. Maria Mosolova takes the game on her serve to make it 2-1 in the second set. We spoke with Michigan head coach Ronnie Bernstein on what kind of shape her team is in going into today's match.
I think we're in good shape. You know, we've been on I believe we've won 16 matches in a row, which I think for Michigan is the first time we've gone on a stretch like that. So confidence-wise, I feel like we're in a good position. And Northwestern obviously is a very good team. They're not ranked #1 for nothing. They've had a great year, but we've seen them before and we know what to expect, and I think we're going in pretty confident.
We continue with the Big Ten Women's Tennis Championship right after this.
To the happy children of the future, those of the past send greetings.
Having sat in the classrooms where brilliant minds once shared their ideas.
Having been inspired by the talented athletes that once played on these fields.
Knowing of the great leaders whose examples I plan to follow.
And having learned of the world-changing contributions of so many here.
I realize now that it's so much more than greetings they have given us.
Our great past leads to your great future.
When I see my name on the Hall of Fame wall, I realize just how special it is to be a part of Northwestern's history. Competitive tennis is mainly an individual sport, but I truly loved and thrived in the team atmosphere. I learned how to excel in tense situations and to achieve anything I set my mind to. I'm Katrina Adams, and that's my Big Ten story.
Celebrating Big Ten women's athletics. Stories of tradition and excellence.
All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight, Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network. Log on to BigTenNetwork.com and register for the Big Ten Superfans program. Sign up and you can win tons of great prizes by watching the Big Ten Network. Show your passion. Become a Big Ten Superfan today.
A 21-point Minnesota lead. And there's a touchdown toss to Ross Lane. Touchdown Wildcats. This is it. Touchdown Wildcats. Peterman again. One play to win it or lose it. Fires incomplete, and the Wildcats win it home in double overtime. Unbelievable football game.
The Big Ten Network is looking for its most passionate fans with Big Ten Superfans. The Big Ten Network wants to reward its loyal viewers with chances to win great prizes, like tickets to a Big Ten game, TVs, autographed memorabilia, iPods, and much more. Register now at BigTenNetwork.com. Back at the Schwartz Tennis Center, and let's get you caught up on the action that's going on around the other courts. We'll take a look at the #2 matchup of Georgia Rose for Northwestern, the junior ranked 8th in the country, and she talks about her experience in the Big Ten.
I mean, obviously, since I've been at Northwestern, we've had a great Big Ten run. We've won it the last 2 years I've been at Northwestern, and hopefully this is another chance to get Claire's 10th title. It's not too bad balancing it with academics at Northwestern. We have a great support network that helps us when we travel, so it's not been too big of a problem so far.
Her opponent, Whitney Tani, talks about her preparation.
They prepared us by taking in a match every single time, not taking anything for granted. I think we, as a team, we work really hard going into every match and prepare the same for every match. That's just been the biggest thing, and they just keep us focused and, again, working hard and being prepared for every match that we go into.
And in the first set, Georgia Rose, serving in the near court, dominated the play, showing a strong forehand. The winner there, and she would go on and win the first set 6-2. We see Samantha Murray here in the #3 singles matchup. The Northwestern sophomore is talking to us about her strengths.
I think I have quite a big game, and I try and impose that on the person I'm playing, and try and make them feel uncomfortable on the ball, really.
On the other side, Denise Mirasan talks about her experience in the Big Ten.
Big Ten tennis, I definitely think it's been a really great experience. We've got to have a lot of good competition, and being a student athlete, it just the main thing being a freshman that I learned last semester was just dealing with school and tennis, because Michigan really does have high standards for education and athletics, so just balancing that out.
And here you see Mirasan serving in the near court to Murray, and Murray clearly dominated play in the first set, taking it 6-1. In match number 4, Lauren Liu talked to us about her strengths and weaknesses.
I think one of my strengths is that I'm pretty crafty, so I have a lot of variety, but then also my weakness is that I have too much variety, that I get a little, confused and stuff, so yeah.
Her counterpart, Tanya Matani, spoke to us about balancing tennis and academics.
There's definitely times where it's really difficult, but I mean, I feel really honored to play Big Ten tennis. All the teams are very, very competitive every day. You know, all the matches are big fights. And, you know, I feel honored to be at the University of Michigan, which is a very top university. And I think all the Big Ten have just such great athletics and academics, and I feel very honored to be part of it.
And now we see an extended rally between Liu and Matani in set number 1, trading ground strokes back and forth. The crafty Lauren Liu from Houston, Texas, in a fairly tight match, finally gets an unforced error by Matani and wins 7-6 in a tiebreak in the first set. Two California girls faced off in match number 5. Nazli Ghazal spoke to us about what she's focused on.
I'm definitely just focusing on getting one day better, and it's a long season, so as it goes on, they definitely focus on like the time at hand and like working towards a common goal, but at the same time acknowledging our accomplishments along the way. So just keeping us focused on what we're doing.
Michigan's Rika Tatsuno told us on how important the coaches and training staff have been to her.
They've obviously helped us physically. They've trained us a lot in the beginning of the season, and before our season even started, we practiced a lot, and also our coaches have helped us very mentally.
And this was a bright spot for Michigan as Tatsuno gets the lucky net cord and wins 7-5 to take that first set. And at number 6, Susie Matzenauer talks about her team's prep for these championships.
This year we did a little differently. We had a really hard fitness test at the beginning of the year, and since then, we've been in really good shape and we've been working really hard. And I mean, each day we go out there 100%, and it's been helping us all year round. Practice has been the key to our success this year.
Michigan's Lindsay Howard told us about her strengths and weaknesses.
I say the biggest strength is just making my opponent play, being steady on the court and just fighting out there. Weakness is probably just not coming in as much as my coach would like, but I'm working on it.
And in play, Howard serving in the near court to Matzenauer in the far court, and Matzenauer, known for her intimidating presence with a big forehand, and she won the first set 6-3. Northwestern clearly in control at this point in all 6 matches, and coming up, we'll return to more action on court number 1, Maria Mosolova and Chisako Sugiyama.
Got a lot of projects?
Yeah.
We've got what you need.
We're here because we've been there with the tools, products, and advice to get it done right. True Value. Start right. Start here. Visit TrueValue.com/TV for a free $5 coupon. Print your $5 coupon at TrueValue.com/TV.
12.5 remaining. No timeouts left. Indiana by 1. Wisconsin ball. Butch for 3. Banked it in. He banked it in. And Wisconsin
I told Brian in the locker room that they discounted it because he didn't call.
Log on to Big10Network.com and register for the Big Ten Superfans program. Sign up and you can win tons of great prizes by watching the Big Ten Network. Show your passion. Become a Big Ten Superfan today. Ah, the sounds of spring. Baseball on the Big Ten Network. Catch the conference's top matchups as your school swings for a championship all season long. Saturday in high def, only on the Big Ten Network. You're watching the Big Ten Network. All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight. Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network.
Welcome back here in set number 2 between Maria Mosolova and Chisako Sugiyama at the #1 singles matchup. Mosolova dominating thus far. Gotcha.
That looked close.
It goes Sugiyama's way, 15-love on her serve.
Looked close, but the umpire seemed to agree. Mosolova was giving the look at the umpire. Sometimes you just look up for a little bit of encouragement, making sure the call is correct.
Joy Dura, the chair umpire in this match, is from Illinois. Unforced error by Mosolova.
Looks like Sugiyama settled down a little bit there and was just like, okay, I just got to stay out here. At that point, she looked a little bit more relaxed during the point, not trying to pressure so much. See if she can turn things around here. Great forehand down the line. She hit that ball and she was coming in at the same time. Uses that right leg to stay down and drive out through the ball and not to stop her momentum. She kept moving in nicely.
Second serve coming up for Sugiyama.
Michigan leads 3-2, second set.
And there, Mosolova crushing the backhand.
Let's see. Here's Sugiyama's forehand. Right leg looking to move in. She really drives off those legs nicely. So much of tennis is with the core of your body. You have to have extremely strong legs. I used to do a lot of squats when I played.
And that's really the key, right? The legs.
Your legs have got to be so strong. And your quick feet, your balance. Balance is such an important role.
Sugiyama takes the game on her serve, ties it at 2-all.
Nice, strong, athletic legs there. Yeah. Coach says that she's very talented, a great athlete.
Mosolova's not as thick, but they're decorated.
They're decorated. Got the paw on her calf there. Again, she was off balance there. You know, no need to rip the ball down the line when she's off balance. That's, you know, I like to say controlled aggression. You know, you stay controlled, you hit up through the ball, play a high percentage shot. She's going for too low of a percentage shot. But Muzzolova is forcing her to go to play those shots. That's the difference. You know, she does it in a way that you don't realize it.
And Muzzolova there, not even close with the forehand.
And she just forced it down.
Muzzolova though, so even keeled. Hard to tell when she's winning or losing, but she's been winning so often. Doesn't really matter, does it?
You start getting that confidence within yourself, and you know, sometimes it starts getting easier to win because you've won so much that you know what to expect of yourself and how you're going to perform out there. It's called match toughness. She says that she would love after college to go on to play the Pro Tour. She has a lot of friends that are out there playing professionally, and she emails them quite often.
Yeah, there's only a few Russian players on the women's circuit, right?
They're dominating. It's because they work extremely hard, and they want it more than anybody else. You see the opportunity.
They're ripping the backhand cross court out of the reach of Sugiyama. Makes it 30-all.
She's so graceful here, so athletic. Gets in position nicely, takes her time. You see, she didn't rush that. She got in position with her feet, their legs, and hit her shot. You know, some people just overplay the ball, they rush it. See that a lot of common mistake with junior players. You know, they don't get in position. Footwork is the key to being a great tennis player.
And Sugiyama there had a great chance on a second serve to try and take advantage, and instead hits it wide. And it's now game point for Muzzolova.
Muzzolova had a little side spin. It just kind of jumped up on her, I think, unexpectedly.
And Sugiyama forehand into the net, and we are on serve 3-2 here in the second.
Sugiyama was putting the pressure on her so nicely. You know, Muzzolova was just getting the ball back.
Coach Claire Pollard has established a tennis dynasty at Northwestern University. We had a rare opportunity to spend some quality time with Coach Pollard and her Wildcat players. We call it Wired.
Naz, you ready? Look good today. See, your energy's great right at the beginning, yeah? That's what we're looking for every time, hey? Here we go, guys. First team to hit the baseline 3 times. Let's go. It's up here. Okay? You didn't work hard enough. It's a tough ball. Give your partner some feedback. How's she doing? Let's go. My money's on Keneal and Sam. Move in after that, okay? In case he's back. Good. I'm having a hard time deciding. Well done. So just don't hit it as wide, but hit it big.
Okay, yeah.
Because you've got to play at that tempo. You don't want to suddenly change tempos.
Yeah.
You want to be in that tempo right from the beginning. Just maybe alter your target. We're doing an approach game. You either get down here by winning 3 in a row. You're collecting your points down this end. You're trying to get to 21 down this end. All right, here we go. Yeah, 10, sweetheart. Defend, defend. Yeah. Tough. Tough. Oh, come on, baby. She's on fire. Yes. 10. Come on. Whose ball was that? Come on. Good. Tough. It's good tennis.
We'll come back with more singles right after this.
Everybody knows it's important to diversify your retirement investments, but where do you start?
I know, I should diversify. Just not sure how.
Look, I've got 20 years to retirement. How do I stay diversified?
Independence ETFs available through TD Ameritrade do the work for you. They're professionally allocated and regularly adjust to fit your retirement date, whether it's 10, 20, or 30 years away.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but they sound kind of complicated.
Not at all. They're easy to buy, and you can add to your investment over time.
Flexible.
Diversified.
Long term.
And easy. Independence ETFs available through TD Ameritrade.
Open an easy IRA and get a free copy of the Wall Street Journal Complete Retirement Guidebook. Call 877-TD-Ameritrade or go to tdameritrade.com/IRA.
Independence is the spirit that drives America's most successful investors.
Carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A prospectus containing this and other important information is available from TD Ameritrade. Read carefully before investing.
Softball on the Big Ten Network. Be a part of the excitement every time they wind and fire. The lively fastballs, the powerful swings, and the great defensive stops. All season long in high def, only on the Big Ten Network. It's all been leading to this. The hard work, the dedication, all for the right to be called the best. Championship season on the Big Ten Network. Will you be ready? Log on to BigTenNetwork.com and register for the Big Ten Superfans program. Sign up and you can win tons of great prizes by watching the Big Ten Network. Show your passion. Become a Big Ten Superfan today. All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight, Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network.
It's the show for all Big Ten fans, featuring highlights, analysis, interviews, and much more. Big Ten Tonight. Check your local listings only on the Big Ten Network. Sugiyama will now serve down 3-2 in the second set after losing the first set. Got a little advice from assistant coach Taryn Ashley in between games. And we'll see if any words of encouragement or strategy may show itself here in this game.
It's interesting that the coach has just now spoken to her. It's 6:03-2. There's a lot of other matches going on, so they're concerned.
30-15.
There you see Ashley there on the left, former Stanford player, won a couple of team titles as a player at Stanford, and was a volunteer assistant coach at Boston College before coming to Michigan, and she's been part of the transition for Ronnie Bernstein because it's actually second year with the Michigan program. So Coach Bernstein said that she's really helped out in terms of keeping things smooth with a new head coach, because sometimes those can be rocky when you have players who aren't used to a certain coach's style. So Taryn Ashley has been very instrumental to help smooth things out and in Michigan's success. Nice low backhand by Sugiyama, and Mosilova puts it into the net. It's 30-love.
Michigan leads 4-3.
Let's see if she can get something going here. I believe in this girl. She's got the ability. She's just got to put it together.
She does seem like she's more in tune with her play in this second set. In the first set, it seemed like she was just frustrated with herself, and it got to her play. Sugiyama calls that one out. 40 love. It's going to be game point on serve.
She's taking her time, thinking about what she needs to do here. You're thinking about what first serve do I want to hit here? Come on, I need to get my first serve in here. First serve, first ball. A little bit low of a toss on that serve.
And the passing shot cross court by Maria Mosolova.
Mosolova had a great backhand angle to set up that point. Forced Sugiyama to hit her backhand down the line. Here she goes on the run forehand for the put away. Sugiyama hit that backhand down the line with a little floater. She didn't have, to really do too much with it to pass her, because she set it up with that angle.
Still a couple more game points for Sugiyama. And the overhead puts it away.
That's the play right there. She needs to keep doing that. She's so good at the net. She's got great hands, great volley. She's solid. Taking that ball early, coming up, getting a good split step, and a nice firm forehand volley. High forehand volley. Didn't have to do much with it.
We are on serve in set number 2 of this #1 singles match between Mosolova and Sugiyama. Maria Mosolova ranked 4th in the country against Chisako Sugiyama, ranked 49th in the country.
Sugiyama just having to miss the return of serve. It's one thing I try not to let my players do, is miss a return of serve.
Seems that Mosolova is a little more into keeping the pace of the match up, but Sugiyama, ever since she took that extended break in between sets, seems to want to slow things down a bit.
Yeah, she's walking extremely slower out there. Maria's rushing a little bit more. She wants to get on with it.
Can that get into a player's head if the opponent does some sort of stall tactics like that?
Absolutely, it gets you out of your rhythm. Steffi Graf, she loved to play fast, 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 fast. The faster, the better for her.
Mosolova catching Sugiyama leaning one way, went the other way.
So Sugiyama's trying to take a little bit more time here. She's really being can't reach that volley, can she? Great forehand on Maria Mosolova.
15-40.
Strong serve there results in another game for Maria Mosolova. Leads 4-3. We're on serve in set number 2. Here's Mosolova talking to us about juggling Big Ten tennis and her studies.
I think it's a great experience. Big Ten schools, well, Clara told me that Big Ten schools are getting better this year, so having really great matches, and that's a good preparation for the NCAAs. And I think it's a great experience. And balancing with school, I'm pretty academic, I think, so it's not a big problem for me.
More from Mosolova Sugiyama right after this.
Introducing Wealth Ruler from TD Ameritrade. It's a realistic planner that can give you insight on the most important question of all about retirement. What if?
What if I retire earlier?
What if you retire later?
What if we live to be 100?
What if our kids get into a good school?
What if we inherit some money?
Wealth Ruler helps you plan for just about any scenario that you can imagine, then gives you straightforward answers you can actually apply to your retirement strategy.
I use Wealth Ruler to figure out what might happen if I move to a lower tax state, like Florida.
I use Wealth Ruler to run a scenario where I work part-time.
Wealth Ruler, insight you can use to help plan the kind of retirement you deserve. And it's free at tdameritrade.com.
Open an easy IRA and get a free copy of the Wall Street Journal Complete Retirement Guidebook. Call 877-TD-Ameritrade or go to tdameritrade.com/IRA.
Independence is the spirit that drives America's most successful investors.
All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight, Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network.
A 21-point Minnesota lead. And there's a touchdown toss to Ross Lane. Touchdown Wildcats. This is it. Touchdown Wildcats. Peterman again. One play to win it or lose it. Fires incomplete, and the Wildcats win at home in double overtime. Unbelievable football game.
It's all been leading to this. The hard work, the dedication, all for the right to be called the best. Championship season on the Big Ten Network. Will you be ready?
Coach Claire Pollard of Northwestern has to like what she's seeing on the #1 singles match. Mosolova up a set and up a game here in set #2.
She's looking very relaxed. She's done a great job training these girls, you know, before when they were warming up. She took them through a series of drills, doubles drills, return of serve drills, and it's obviously paying off because, you know, Maria Mosolova, she hasn't made that many unforced errors off the return. I mean, I think Sugiyama has made, I think, about 11 unforced errors off the return of serve. You know, serve and return a serve are the most important things. It's like a double fault to return a serve, you know, I mean.
Take a look at the Northwestern University sweeping the honors in women's tennis. Pollard was Coach of the Year, and the player watching in the far court, Maria Mosolova, the Player of the Year and the Freshman of the Year.
Great little drop shot off of Sugiyama. She's got those soft hands. A little soft hand, little drop shot there. Get Maria off of that baseline. That's her comfort zone. Maria's on that baseline. She's just camping out there.
And there, the backhand not working out for Mosolova, and it's 40-love for Sugiyama.
Looks like she's getting a little impatient.
15-30.
Sugiyama definitely taking a lot more time.
Miss hit there on the forehand by Sugiyama, makes it 40-15. And really, with everyone on serve here in the second set, the match is really going to be interesting once finally someone gets a break opportunity. Of course, Northwestern already took the doubles point. So they led 1-0 coming into these singles competitions.
4-4. We got a match here, Nara.
Yep, everyone on serve here, still waiting for someone to try and get a break opportunity.
Just missed the backhand, Sugiyama. Trying to put a little bit more pressure on her. She's got to stay consistent here. There she is. She's getting pumped up there. I saw a little slap on the leg.
Sugiyama trying to psych herself back into it. It's 15 all in the game, knowing that if she can get a break, she'll be serving for the second set.
She's got the game. She just has to believe.
76% of her matches at Michigan. It's the best winning percentage in the school history, women's tennis player. So we know she can get the job done. Just a matter of clawing her way back in after a rough first set. Extended rally right here. Sugiyama finally ends it with a forehand into the net.
She just pulled off that ball. Maybe she got a little winded or something. That was our longest rally.
Teammates.
Got Northwestern Wildcats gathered here to try and spur Maria Mosolova on to victory. She's got a chance with a win on her serve here to go for the game on Sugiyama's serve. No one has been broken yet in set number 2, though. And that long by Sugiyama makes it game point for Maria Mosolova.
She noticed on her forehand, she doesn't really hit the ball that heavy. I mean, she kind of hits a little bit of a side spin on the ball. I think that's why sometimes she comes up with, you know, unforced errors on that side.
There you see the story of unforced errors. 35-26, Sugiyama committing too many in the first set, which is why she lost it at Love.
I think if she worked on hitting a little bit heavier off that forehand, that would, you know, cut down those mistakes. This is pretty flat and slappy.
And you don't want to be flat and slappy.
Well, sometimes you can be flat and slappy, but it has to be the right shot.
Drop shot attempt by Sugiyama and a sheepish little smile knowing she had a chance there and didn't get the job done.
It just looked like she just bailed out and just didn't know what to do. She just wasn't willing to hit another forehand cross court.
So
you know, she's like, I've had it here.
The game goes to Mosolova. She'll have a chance to try and break Sugiyama and win the match. Mosolova's dominating, but Sugiyama talked to us earlier about her strengths and weaknesses.
Strength-wise, I think, you know, I bring a lot to the table. I always fight for every point. I know what it takes to win big matches against, you know, especially against the girl that I'm going to be playing today. And I know that she's a really good player, so I just have to give it my all today.
The match continues. Can Sugiyama come back and make it a match? We'll find out next.
Their greatest desire is to be the best. Millions of fans have watched them compete. Displaying unshakable drive and unmistakable talent, they've inspired future generations to dream big. And above all, they've made us proud, on and off the field. I'm Commissioner Jim Delaney, and that's our Big Ten story.
Celebrating Big Ten women's athletics. Stories of tradition and excellence.
One of the most heavily recruited players in the country, Aurelius Ben, the electrifying freshman, breaks it to the inside. Still on his feet, and no one will touch Aurelius Ben. Touchdown, Illinois. First down throw and catch to Aurelius Ben. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Ben. Ben is as advertised.
Go inside your school with unprecedented access on Big Ten Tonight. It's the show for all Big Ten fans, featuring highlights, analysis, and much more. Big Ten Tonight, only on the Big Ten Network. Ah, the sounds of spring. Baseball on the Big Ten Network. Catch the conference's top matchups as your school swings for a championship all season long. Saturday in high def, only on the Big Ten Network. This is the Big Ten Network. All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight, Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network.
Behind every Big Ten moment lives a story about the athletes and coaches who create them. Go beyond the field with Big Ten short stories only on the Big Ten Network. Let's check back in at the number 2 singles matchup. Georgia Rose of Northwestern was dominating the matchup against Whitney Tani of Michigan. We're going to take you to match point now. Tani serving in the far court to Rose in the near court. And long with the backhand was Tani, so Georgia Rose takes it 6-2, 6-1, and makes the team score 2-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Coach Ronnie Bernstein of Michigan knows her team is in trouble. They've got to make a serious comeback to turn the tide here. And now when we take a look at match number 6, Susie Matzenauer was dominating throughout against her counterpart on Michigan, Lindsay Howard. And when we go to match point, it's Howard serving in the near court to Matzenauer in the far court. Matzenauer dominating on her ground strokes all match long. Here she gets Howard out of position and then finishes off the match with the powerful cross-court forehand. 6-3, 6-1 the score at match number 6. Northwestern with a 3-0 team score lead. Just one away from clinching another Big Ten title for head coach Claire Pollard. It would be her 10th in 10 seasons. So let's find out if Maria Mosolova can finish it off when we return.
Why are energy drinks bad? 12 spoons of sugar? That's bad. 200 calories? Bad. Guarana? Tisk, tisk. Good for a short jittery burst, then a debilitating crash. So don't drink energy drinks. Drink 5-Hour Energy. It's not a drink, more like a sip. But with that sip, you'll feel alert and focused for hours, without the crash or jitters. It has 0 sugar, only 4 calories, and no guarana. 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later.
Come on, jump in. Go where you've never, ever been. Turn to me, just believe. If there's any way you know I'll get you there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Turn to me, can't you see? When you're caught up and confused, well, just say, hey, I will be there.
Stay connected all the time with Big Ten Network podcasts. Get exclusive access to the entire conference with a unique podcast devoted to all 11 universities. And with fresh daily and weekly updates, there's always something new. Download today at BigTenNetwork.com or through iTunes. Softball on the Big Ten Network. Be a part of the excitement every time they wind and fire. The lively fastballs, the powerful swings, and the great defensive stops. All season long in high def, only on the Big Ten Network. Log on to Big10Network.com and register for the Big Ten Superfans program. Sign up and you can win tons of great prizes by watching the Big Ten Network. Show your passion. Become a Big Ten Superfan today. All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight, Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network.
Chisako Sugiyama trailing 5-4 to Maria Mosolova here in set number 2, serving to extend her match life.
You got to give Mosolova credit, though. I mean, she's been so solid. Has kept her unforced errors down. You know, very smart out there.
Seen a variety of shots, and her backhand especially has been on today.
Yeah, she's done an unbelievable job at changing directions of the ball.
Wildcat teammates trying to get this Big Ten championship for the 10th straight year. Into the net again on the approach volley by Sugiyama.
I mean, there, you know, Mosolova, she doesn't panic, you know, and overplays the ball and makes a mistake. And that's basically the difference out here is, you know, staying calm and not overplaying the shot.
Love 30, Maria Mosolova in the near court, receiving serve from Chisako Sugiyama in the far court. And let's quickly send you to match number 3, where Sam Murray is about to wrap things up and defeat Denise Mirasan of Michigan. If she can do it here, it's going to take care of business, and Northwestern will have its 10th straight Big Ten championship. Murray has dominated Mirasan throughout the match here. The number 3 singles players for both sides. Murray just a sophomore, but one of the top players in the country. And she is able to wrap things up, and Northwestern has done it. Coach Claire Pollard gets the congratulations from Ronnie Bernstein. Northwestern wins 4-0, and back at court 1, they've got to stop play because the match is over, so we don't get to see the end of Mosolova and Sugiyama. But it's 4-0 Northwestern taking the women's tennis Big Ten title. 10th straight, like I mentioned, 12th overall in the program's history. Coach Claire Pollard has a dynasty with Northwestern, the 2008 Big Ten women's tennis champions. Once again, Northwestern, another impressive victory for them. And you see them celebrating, getting the championship t-shirts and hats. Never gets old, even after 10 straight years for Northwestern. All the players excited. You can see the smiles on their faces. Young and old throughout, excited here for Northwestern as they get their championship gear. And when we come back after a quick break, we're going to talk to Coach Claire Pollard on her victory once again.
Everybody knows it's important to diversify your retirement investments, but where do you start?
I know, I should diversify. Just not sure how.
Look, I've got 20 years to retirement. How do I stay diversified?
Independence ETFs available through TD Ameritrade do the work for you. They're professionally allocated and regularly adjust to fit your retirement date, whether it's 10, 20, or 30 years away.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but they sound kind of complicated.
Not at all. They're easy to buy, and you can add to your investment over time.
Flexible.
Diversified.
Long term.
And easy. Independence ETFs available through TD Ameritrade.
Open an easy IRA and get a free copy of the Wall Street Journal Complete Retirement Guidebook. Call 877-TD Ameritrade or go to tdameritrade.com/IRA.
Independence is the spirit that drives America's most successful investors.
Carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A prospectus containing this and other important information is available from TD Ameritrade. Read carefully before investing.
All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight, Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network.
A 21-point Minnesota lead. And there's a touchdown toss to Ross Lane. Touchdown Wildcats. This is it. Touchdown Wildcats. Peterman again. One play to win it or lose it. Fires incomplete, and the Wildcats win at home in double overtime. Unbelievable football game.
It's all been leading to this. The hard work, the dedication, all for the right to be called the best. Championship season on the Big Ten Network. Will you be ready?
These two teams, the perennial powers in the Big Ten Conference, and the Buckeyes don't have an answer to continue to hunt down low. Michigan State is letting it all flow right now on Ohio State. The Spartans take down the 18th ranked team in the country. Susie with a Spartan green hairdo applied by a very happy Michigan State team. The first big-time win for Susie Merchant.
The Big Ten Network is looking for its most passionate fans with Big Ten super fans. The Big Ten Network wants to reward its loyal viewers with chances to win great prizes, like tickets to a Big Ten game, TVs, autographed memorabilia, iPods, and much more. Register now at BigTenNetwork.com. Another banner day for the Northwestern Wildcats women's tennis team, winning the Big Ten Conference title again. Now let's hear from Coach Claire Pollard with Ann.
Coach Claire, congratulations, your 10th consecutive title, 12th overall. Tell me a little bit about your match today.
Well, I thought it was a really good match. I was really pleased with the tone that we set at one doubles. I think that really helped. We hadn't played particularly well on Friday or Saturday, and we worked on a couple of things last night, and I think that gave us a lot of confidence. We pulled out a great game at, I think at 7-5 in the doubles, which down love 40. And I think, we get that doubles point. I think that just sort of solidifies things for us. And I think against a team where maybe we're slightly favoured, that really makes it a tall task for them. But I thought Michigan competed really hard. Certainly the matches were very competitive up and down the line. And, we were fortunate to prevail.
Looking forward to the NC2As. How will you prepare?
Well, we'll take a little break for a couple of days. We went pretty hard, but then we'll go really hard the rest of this end of this next coming up week and into early next week. See the draw on Tuesday. It'll be really exciting. I think we'll be the 1 seed, which will be the first time in the history of our program. So I think that speaks volumes. But there's a lot of work to be done. And as I told you before the match, we were trying to be at 90% going into today, and then now we need to take it up 10% more and be at our very best for the NCAAs. Give ourselves a chance.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Coach Claire Pollard celebrating a 10th straight Big Ten crown, and she's trying to avoid the Gatorade shower. You can't do it, Coach. You can't do it. The players get her. We will be back to wrap things up here from Purdue University.
Squirrels.
Squirrels.
Repellents and fertilizers. That'll bring your garden back.
We're here because we've been there with the tools, products, and advice to get it done right. True Value. Start right. Start here.
Visit TrueValue.com/TV for a free $5 coupon. Print your $5 coupon at TrueValue.com/TV.
Well, everyone's calling it the match of the century. The blogs and the chat rooms are chattering right now. They're following along. It's all tied up. It comes down to a takedown. Spin around situation. There's the takedown. Metcalf just never gives up. Boy, he keeps coming at you. And there's Tom Brown saying, keep him down, and you're the champion. Impressive match there. There's your champion. The Hawkeyes are flying high.
Log on to Big10Network.com and register for the Big Ten Superfans program. Sign up and you can win tons of great prizes by watching the Big Ten Network. Show your passion. Become a Big Ten Superfan today. It's all been leading to this. The hard work, the dedication, all for the right to be called the best. Championship season on the Big Ten Network. Will you be ready? You're watching the Big Ten Network. All month long, Big Ten Tonight takes you inside the best the entire conference has to offer. Delve deep into a new topic every week as our crew covers everything related to Big Ten athletics. From draft preparations and recaps to the greatest moments from the past and present, and spotlights on student athletes and schools you can't find elsewhere. It's all covered right here. Don't miss a special edition of Big Ten Tonight, Tuesday, only on the Big Ten Network.
The Big Ten Women's Tennis Championship is brought to you by True Value, with the tools, products, and advice to start your projects right. True Value. Start right. Start here.
Our final score once again, Northwestern wins the Big Ten Women's Tennis Championship 4-0 over second-seeded Michigan. It's their 10th straight Big Ten title in a row, and they took it with the win at the doubles and 2, 3, and 6 singles. So a tremendous day for the Wildcats as they look ahead to the NCAA championships, where Michigan will be as well. So we'll see how things turn out in the tournament. I'd like to thank everyone here at the Schwartz Tennis Center for their hospitality this weekend. And on behalf of Ann Grossman Wunderlich and our entire production crew, I'm Nara Weng, saying so long from West Lafayette, Indiana, where the final score, Northwestern 4, Michigan 0 in the Big Ten Women's Tennis Championship.